If all human beings, as the Quran teaches us, are born with the fitrah is never completely extinguished in every human being. And so all human beings have a common ground, and we as Muslims need to work on that common ground that we have in order to reach out to others. I was sitting in a restaurant in Grenada with a German delegation, and they served meat, all sorts of different foods and whatnot. And I decided to have salad, vegetables and whatnot. Especially, in Grenada, they have this tradition, which is unfortunate, where many of the restaurants still hang pork, and they serve a lot of pork because of, it was in response to the Muslim presence in the city. But anyway, so I was very careful about how they cooked the food, where, anyway, I was asking all these questions. So as we started eating, the German delegation began asking me, why are you eating meat? I said to them, personal, philosophical, ethical reasons. That's interesting. So they asked me, so what are the reasons? I said to them, well, I really gotta make sure that the animal was treated well and well fed when it was alive. I wanna make sure it was frolicking around in a paddock somewhere, not in a cage. I said, oh yeah, that's important. I think that's really interesting. And then they said, well, go on. Any other reasons? I said, well, I gotta make sure that the animal was killed with the most minimal pain. You can't kill animals in an industrial complex manner. And they said, oh yeah, that's really interesting. I'm really intrigued. And so at this moment, other members just put their knives down and began listening in. And they asked, so go on. I said, well, we have no intrinsic right to kill these animals. So I like to invoke cosmic compassion, to put myself in a state of compassion when killing this animal. It's only right to do so. And they're like, wow, that's fascinating. I never saw it that way. And I really love that philosophy. And I said to them, that's what we Muslims call halal. The kind of the jaws just dropped, and they said to me, we've never heard. So that's what halal means? I said to them, well, essentially, that's what halal meat is, right? So in my mind, I could have gone about this in a very different way. I could have said, it's not halal, I don't eat it, thereby invoking my right as a minority to separate dietary laws. When in fact, what I should have been doing, what I did do, is invoking our common primordial ethical principles for not eating meat. You see the difference?
Yes.
Muslims today are too caught up in demanding what is rightfully theirs as a minority. And we've forgotten that our whole tradition is not based on the rights of a minority. It's based on the right of a human being. It's based on the right of the Khalifa. It's based on the right of what is intrinsically natural